Cáncer Daily Horoscope for June 18, 2025. Welcome to your detailed astrology forecast, dear Cáncer. Today unfolds with a distinctive energy as the moon, your ruling celestial body, transitions through the intense waters of Scorpio, creating a powerful emotional undercurrent for you. This alignment activates your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression, bringing a surge of artistic inspiration and heart-centered connections. The cosmic landscape today features Mercury in Gemini forming a supportive trine to Saturn in Aquarius, providing a solid foundation for communication and intellectual pursuits. For you, Cáncer, this translates into an exceptional day for articulating your creative vision and receiving recognition for your ideas. Your words carry weight today, especially in professional settings or when sharing your artistic endeavors. Venus, currently dancing through your own sign, blesses you with enhanced charm and magnetic appeal. People are naturally drawn to your nurturing presence, making this an auspicious day for both personal and professional relationships. Your intuition is particularly heightened, allowing you to sense the unspoken needs and desires of those around you. In your career sector, Mars in Virgo is activating your third house of communication and local networking. This placement suggests productive conversations with colleagues or potential business partners in your immediate environment. Pay attention to seemingly casual exchanges, as they could lead to significant professional opportunities. A chance meeting or conversation might open doors you hadn't previously considered. Jupiter, continuing its journey through Gemini, expands your subconscious awareness and spiritual connection. You may find yourself having profound insights or meaningful dreams that offer guidance for your current life path. Take time today to journal or meditate, as your connection to your inner wisdom is especially strong. The day's emotional tone deepens as Neptune in Aries forms a challenging square to your sun sign. This aspect might temporarily blur boundaries between yourself and others, particularly in close relationships. While your natural tendency to nurture is amplified, be mindful of maintaining healthy limits on how much emotional energy you expend on others. Your health and well-being require particular attention today, Cáncer. With Pluto retrograde in the late degrees of Aquarius affecting your eighth house of transformation, old patterns related to stress and emotional processing might resurface. Consider incorporating grounding practices into your day, perhaps a salt bath, a walk near water, or working with protective crystals like selenite or moonstone. In matters of the heart, coupled Cancers may experience a deepening of intimacy, as the Scorpio moon reveals layers of emotion previously unexplored. A conversation about future dreams and shared aspirations could strengthen your bond. For single Cancers, your authentic vulnerability acts as a powerful attractant today. Someone who appreciates your emotional depth may enter your life, potentially through a creative pursuit or social gathering. Financially, Uranus in Taurus continues to influence your 11th house of networks and future plans, suggesting unexpected developments related to group endeavors or technological innovations. A collaborative project might suddenly progress or change direction in ways that ultimately benefit your financial position. Remain flexible and open to unconventional approaches. The influence of Saturn in your ninth house brings focus to educational pursuits and broader horizons. Some Cancers may receive news about publishing opportunities, international connections, or advanced studies. This placement supports structured learning and the development of wisdom through experience. Your home environment, always important to nurturing Cáncer, receives beneficial energy today as asteroid Ceres forms a harmonious aspect to your fourth house. Creating beauty and comfort in your personal space will replenish your emotional reserves. Consider small adjustments that align your living space with your current emotional needs. As the day progresses, the moon's approach toward Sagittarius signals a shift toward practical matters. By evening, you may feel drawn to organize your schedule, address health routines, or bring order to your work environment. This transition supports preparation for tomorrow's activities. The position of Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries continues to activate healing in your 10th house of career and public image. Today might bring an opportunity to transform a past professional disappointment into wisdom that guides your current path. Your sensitivity becomes a strength when channeled into compassionate leadership. Your lucky color today is silver, reflecting the moon's protective energy. Carrying or wearing moonstone can enhance your natural intuition. The number 4 brings stability to your endeavors, and northern directions appear particularly favorable for important activities. Remember, dear Cancer, that your emotional intelligence is your superpower today. While others may operate from logic alone, your ability to sense the emotional currents beneath the surface provides unique insights. Trust the wisdom of your heart, especially when making decisions that affect your creative expression and romantic life. As we conclude your forecast for June 18, 2025, I encourage you to embrace the depth of feeling that characterizes this day. Your capacity for emotional connection creates ripples of healing that extend far beyond what you can see. Allow yourself to receive as generously as you give, and watch as the universe responds with abundant blessings tailored specifically to your tender Cancerian soul. On June 18, 2025, Cancer finds itself at a cosmic crossroads with several significant planetary positions shaping your experience. The Sun sits at the final degrees of Gemini, just days away from entering your sign and initiating your personal new year. This placement creates a contemplative energy as you stand at the threshold between completion and new beginnings. You may feel a sense of anticipation building, like the quiet moment before dawn breaks. The Moon, your planetary ruler, forms a trine with Neptune in Pisces, creating a powerful psychic current that enhances your intuitive abilities. Dreams may be especially vivid during this period, offering symbolic guidance worth documenting upon waking. This Moon-Neptune aspect opens channels between your conscious and subconscious mind, making meditation particularly fruitful today. Mercury's position in early Cancer puts it directly in your sign, amplifying your voice and bringing clarity to your communication. This placement helps you articulate emotions that normally remain beneath the surface. Your words carry additional weight and resonance today, making it an excellent time for heart-to-heart conversations or expressing feelings you've kept private. Venus in Leo occupies your second house of resources and values, bringing warmth and creativity to financial matters. This placement suggests unexpected opportunities for income or recognition of your worth, particularly through creative endeavors or situations where you allow your authentic self to shine. Mars in Taurus activates your 11th house of community and future visions, bringing determined energy to group endeavors and long-term goals. You may feel motivated to take concrete steps toward a dream that benefits not just yourself, but your wider circle. This grounded Mars energy helps you transform aspirations into tangible reality. Jupiter continues its journey through Gemini in your 12th house of the subconscious and spiritual realms. This expansive presence illuminates hidden aspects of yourself, perhaps bringing attention to patterns you've overlooked. There's significant growth happening beneath the surface, like roots expanding underground before new growth becomes visible. Saturn retrograde in Pisces forms a supportive trine to your sign, creating structure around your spiritual insights and emotional understanding. This retrograde period asks you to revisit lessons about boundaries and emotional responsibility, particularly in areas where you might have been too harsh or too permissive with yourself. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term transformation of your 11th house of community and future vision, forming a harmonious aspect with your natal sun. Unexpected connections may emerge today that alter your perspective on where you belong and how you contribute to collective efforts. Pay attention to surprising insights about your role in group dynamics. Neptune in Pisces creates a flowing trine to your natal placements, enhancing your natural empathic abilities and spiritual connection. The veil between worlds feels thinner today, making it easier to access compassion and universal understanding. creative inspirations have a transcendent quality, potentially leading to artistic breakthroughs. Pluto, having recently re-entered Aquarius, challenges your eighth house of shared resources and transformation. This transit brings attention to power dynamics in close relationships, particularly around financial matters or emotional interdependence. Today may highlight areas where deep restructuring is necessary for healthier connections. The North Node's position in Aries contrasts with your naturally protective tendencies, encouraging courageous individual action rather than cautious nurturing of others. Today offers opportunities to step forward with personal initiatives that might feel uncomfortably bold, but lead to necessary growth. The asteroid Chiron in Aries forms a square to your sign, activating sensitivity around personal identity and self-assertion. Healing opportunities emerge when you acknowledge where past wounds have made you hesitant to put yourself first or take necessary risks. Vulnerability becomes strength under this influence. The overall planetary picture for Cáncer on June 18, 2025, suggests a day of heightened intuition and emotional intelligence, with opportunities for healing through communication and community connection. The planets support introspection followed by measured action, particularly in relationships and creative endeavors. Pay special attention to dreams, unexpected insights, and the subtle guidance of your intuition as these cosmic forces align to illuminate your path forward. Cáncer, on June 18, 2025, your communication landscape undergoes a significant shift as Mercury forms a supportive trine to Neptune in Pisces. This celestial alignment creates an unusual window where your intuitive understanding merges beautifully with your ability to express yourself. You'll notice words flowing more easily today, especially when discussing emotional matters or creative endeavors. Your natural empathy is heightened, allowing you to pick up on unspoken cues in conversations that others might miss completely. Your ruling planet, the Moon, transitions into Virgo today, bringing a more analytical quality to your emotional expression. This creates an interesting dynamic where your words carry both intuitive depth and practical precision. You may find yourself being the voice of both compassion and reason in group discussions. This is an excellent day for important conversations that require both emotional intelligence and careful articulation. Jupiter's position in Libra forms a square to your sign, suggesting that while communication flows easily in one-on-one settings, you might feel somewhat overwhelmed in larger groups or formal presentations. Be mindful of a tendency to retreat into your shell when too many voices enter the conversation. Your strength today lies in intimate dialogues rather than broad proclamations. Venus in Cáncer amplifies your natural charm in communication, making this an excellent day for smoothing over past misunderstandings or reaching compromises in ongoing disputes. Your words carry a nurturing quality that others find soothing and trustworthy. Use this gift wisely, especially in family discussions where old wounds might resurface. With Saturn in Aquarius forming a sextile to your sign, there's a maturity to your expression today that commands respect. You're able to communicate boundaries and expectations clearly without coming across as defensive, a sometimes challenging balance for your sign. This is particularly valuable in professional communications where clarity and structure are essential. Uranus in Taurus continues its long-term trine to your sign, bringing occasional flashes of brilliant insight to your conversations. Don't dismiss sudden ideas or unusual perspectives that emerge during discussions. These could contain valuable wisdom that connects dots others haven't seen. Your intuitive leaps might initially seem disconnected from the conversation at hand, but given time, others will recognize their relevance. Pluto's transformative energy from Aquarius encourages you to examine communication patterns that no longer serve you. Notice if you're falling into old habits of passive communication or emotional manipulation to get needs met. Today offers an opportunity to communicate more directly without sacrificing the emotional intelligence that makes Cáncer such a compelling communicator. Your mental energy fluctuates throughout the day, with peak clarity coming during mid-morning hours. Schedule important conversations during this window, if possible. By evening, you may notice your communication style becoming more inward and reflective, perfect for journaling or intimate conversations, but less effective for new introductions or networking efforts. A challenging aspect between Mars and Mercury suggests potential for misunderstandings if you rush your words. Take your time articulating important points today, especially in professional settings. Your natural tendency to speak from emotion serves you well in personal matters, but requires careful modulation in structured environments. Your voice carries unusual persuasive power today, particularly when speaking about matters you truly care about. This authenticity resonates with others and can help you advance causes important to you. Written communication also flows remarkably well, an excellent day for creative writing, important emails, or messaging someone you've lost touch with. Pay attention to nonverbal communication today. Your ability to read between the lines is heightened, allowing you to perceive undercurrents in conversations that others miss entirely. This sensitivity helps you navigate complex emotional waters, but be careful not to read too much into casual remarks. Not everyone communicates with the depth and nuance that comes naturally to you. Meditative practices before important conversations will help clear your mind and enhance your natural communication gifts today. Even 5 minutes of centering yourself can make the difference between reactive communication and thoughtful expression. Trust your intuition about when to speak and when to listen. Your timing in conversations is particularly sharp on this day. Cáncer, on June 18, 2025, your financial landscape shows promising developments with the moon making a favorable trine to Jupiter. This creates an expansive energy around your resources and income streams. The cosmic configuration suggests unexpected financial insights may come through intuition rather than logic today. Trust your gut when it comes to money matters. The position of Venus in your second house of personal finances strengthens your ability to attract resources, possibly bringing a small windfall or opportunity for additional income through creative endeavors. Mercury's placement suggests communications about money will flow smoothly, perfect for negotiations, discussions about raises, or pitching financial ideas. There's a particular emphasis on passive income opportunities today as the Sun aspects Neptune in your career sector. Consider how your talents might generate money while you sleep. The influence of Saturn brings discipline to your financial thinking, helping you create sustainable structures rather than chasing quick gains. Today's aspects support setting up automatic savings plans or reviewing investment portfolios with a long-term perspective. Cáncer's natural affinity for security aligns beautifully with today's planetary energies. You're being cosmically supported to build financial foundations that will weather future storms. Pay attention to financial advice coming from women or maternal figures, as the moon's energy amplifies the wisdom in these connections. The afternoon hours bring heightened financial intuition when the moon enters your resource sector. This is an excellent time to review your budget or make adjustments to spending patterns. Your financial creativity is particularly strong today. You might discover innovative ways to increase your income or reduce expenses without feeling deprived. Jupiter's influence suggests expansion in areas related to joint finances or shared resources, potentially through partnerships or collaborative ventures. Consider reaching out to potential business partners or exploring crowdfunding opportunities for projects close to your heart. The Cancerian tendency toward caution serves you well today, but don't let it prevent you from seizing genuine opportunities. Balance is key. Neither excessive risk-taking nor overly conservative choices will maximize today's potential. A hidden financial opportunity may present itself through family connections or property matters, areas where Cáncer naturally excels. Keep communications open with family members about shared resources or inheritance matters. The planetary alignment today especially favors investments related to home, real estate, or domestic comforts, traditional Cancer domains. If you've been considering improvements to property or investments in living spaces, today's energy supports taking initial steps. Notice recurring thoughts or symbols related to abundance today. Your subconscious is particularly attuned to financial patterns and may be sending important messages through repetition or dreams. For those Cancers involved in caregiving professions, additional financial opportunities may arise through these channels, perhaps through specialized services or premium offerings. The energy of Mars in your career sector provides motivation to pursue financial goals with determination, especially those requiring sustained effort rather than quick results. Cancer. On June 18, 2025, the cosmic alignments create several fortunate areas in your life worth exploring and capitalizing on. The Moon, your celestial ruler, will be transiting through Pisces, creating a harmonious water trine with your sun sign. This emotional resonance opens up fortunate areas particularly related to intuition, spiritual connections, and creative pursuits. Your receptive nature will be heightened, making this an excellent day for manifestation practices and setting intentions around your deepest desires. The Neptune influence strengthens your psychic receptors, potentially bringing messages through dreams or quiet moments of reflection that guide you toward fortunate outcomes. Pay particular attention to any recurring symbols or themes in your thoughts today. They're not coincidences, but rather cosmic signposts directing you toward abundance. Financial fortunate areas appear through unexpected sources today, particularly those connected to artistic endeavors, healing professions, or work involving emotional support. A Jupiter aspect brings expansion to your career sector, suggesting that professional recognition may come through showcasing your nurturing abilities or emotional intelligence. Your natural talent for creating safe spaces for others could lead to a fortunate opportunity for advancement or a side income stream. The water element is particularly strong for you today, making lakes, rivers, or coastal areas especially fortunate locations. Spending time near water will recharge your energy and potentially place you in the right location for a serendipitous meeting. Your home environment becomes another fortunate area, with possibilities for creating beauty or comfort that eventually translates to financial gain. Consider what elements of your living space could be transformed into something that generates abundance. The fourth house of home and roots is activated, suggesting that family connections or ancestral wisdom may provide unexpected resources or opportunities. A conversation with an older relative could reveal information that leads to a fortunate discovery or inheritance of some kind. In relationships, your most fortunate connections today will be with other water signs Pisces and Scorpio, as well as the earth signs Taurus and Virgo, who will appreciate your emotional depth while providing practical pathways to manifest your intuitive ideas. The color silver resonates strongly with your energy today, making it a fortunate choice for clothing or accessories when attending important meetings or social gatherings. Carrying or wearing moonstone, pearl, or selenite will amplify your natural intuitive abilities and attract favorable circumstances. The numbers 2, 7, and 18 carry special significance for you today. Watch for these numbers, as they may indicate fortunate timing or choices. Healthcare and wellness become another fortunate area, with alternative therapies or emotional healing practices offering breakthrough moments. If you've been considering a new approach to your well-being, today's energy supports taking that first step, particularly with treatments involving water elements like hydrotherapy or salt baths. Your enhanced empathy also makes this a fortunate day for deepening emotional connections. Heart-to-heart conversations, initiated now, have the potential to develop into supportive relationships that bring various forms of abundance into your life. Trust your instincts about who to open up to. Your intuition is your greatest asset and fortune finder today. Educational pursuits, especially those related to psychology, art, music, spirituality, or the healing arts, receive favorable energy. If you've been considering taking a class or beginning a course of study in these areas, Today marks an auspicious time to enroll or make commitments. Your receptive mind will absorb information more readily, particularly knowledge transmitted through emotional or intuitive channels rather than purely logical ones. The eighth house is also highlighted, suggesting fortunate developments regarding shared resources, investments, or matters of inheritance. A financial situation that seemed complicated may suddenly resolve in your favor, particularly if you allow your intuition to guide your decisions rather than purely rational analysis. For Cancer entrepreneurs or business owners, fortunate connections come through networking in unconventional settings. Rather than traditional business environments, you'll find your most valuable contacts in places centered around wellness, spirituality, or creative expression. This evening, the Pisces moon creates a particularly fortunate window for meditation, journaling, or dream work. Setting intentions during this time will plant seeds that the universe will nurture toward manifestation in the coming lunar cycle. Above all, remember that your greatest fortune today lies in trusting your emotional wisdom and allowing yourself to be guided by the subtle currents of intuition that are your birthright as a Cancer. When you honor your sensitivity as strength, you align with the cosmic forces that wish to bring abundance into your life. The cosmic landscape for Cancer on June 18, 2025, brings a fascinating array of social energies as the moon, your ruling celestial body, forms a harmonious trine with Neptune in Pisces. This creates an atmosphere of enhanced empathy and intuition in your social sphere. You'll likely find yourself picking up on the unspoken emotions of those around you, making this an excellent day to strengthen bonds through genuine emotional connection. The subtle nuances of body language and tone become crystal clear to you today. With Mercury positioned in your sign, your communication abilities are particularly strong, allowing you to express your feelings with rare clarity and conviction. People will be drawn to your authentic self-expression and the nurturing energy you naturally radiate. The Venus-Jupiter sextile, activating your 11th house of friendships and social networks, creates a significant opportunity for expanding your social circle. An introduction through a mutual friend could prove particularly valuable, possibly connecting you with someone who shares your creative interests or spiritual outlook. Group activities are especially favored today, whether virtual gatherings or in-person meetups. Your participation will be both rewarding and energizing. Neptune's influence adds a dreamy quality to social interactions, potentially blurring boundaries between friendships and deeper connections. Be mindful of this energy, as it can create confusion about intentions in new relationships. For Cancers in existing relationships, this transit encourages deeper emotional sharing with your partner's social circle, potentially healing any past friction that existed there. The position of Mars in Virgo in your third house increases your drive to communicate and connect, but it might also make you somewhat critical in social situations. Watch for a tendency to overthink what others say or analyze conversations too intensely. Saturn's ongoing transit through your eighth house continues to restructure how you share resources and emotional energy with others. Today's aspect between Saturn and the Moon asks you to consider whether your social connections are truly reciprocal or if you're giving more than you receive. This isn't about keeping score, but rather ensuring your social energy isn't being depleted. The day's quarter moon phase, occurring in your sector of daily routines, suggests that balancing social activities with personal responsibilities requires careful attention. You may need to adjust your schedule to accommodate both social obligations and self-care needs. With Uranus in Gemini forming a stimulating aspect to your social sector, unexpected invitations or surprising revelations from friends could shift your plans or perspective. Remain flexible and open to these sudden changes, as they may lead to valuable new connections. Your intuition about people is especially strong today. Trust your gut feelings about new acquaintances, as your emotional radar is highly accurate under this planetary alignment. For Cancers feeling socially isolated, today offers a cosmic opportunity to reach out and reconnect with those who share your emotional depth and sensitivity. Even a small gesture like a thoughtful message could rekindle important connections. Digital communications are especially highlighted with Mercury's position, so social media and messaging platforms may bring unexpected but welcome reconnections with people from your past. A significant aspect between Jupiter and Chiron activates healing in your social sphere. Past hurts related to friendships, groups, or community involvement may resurface, but with a newfound perspective that allows for resolution and moving forward. The South Node's position suggests that you may encounter people today who feel strangely familiar. These could be soul connections from past lives reappearing to continue important karmic lessons about belonging and emotional security in groups. Pay particular attention to those who effortlessly understand your emotional needs without explanation. Your capacity for nurturing others makes you a natural confidant today, and you may find friends turning to you for emotional support. While your compassionate nature compels you to help, remember to maintain healthy boundaries around your emotional energy. The Pluto-Venus aspect suggests that deeper transformations in your social connections are unfolding. Superficial relationships may fall away as you're drawn to more authentic and meaningful interactions. Trust this process of social evolution, as it aligns with your soul's current needs for genuine connection. Community involvement shows particularly favorable aspects today. If you've been considering joining a group, club, or cause that resonates with your values, the energy supports taking that step now. Your natural leadership abilities within group settings are amplified by the Sun's position, allowing you to guide collective efforts with emotional intelligence and sensitivity. Pay attention to dreams and intuitive flashes about people in your life. Your subconscious is processing social dynamics in a profound way under Neptune's influence. These insights may reveal important truths about who truly supports your emotional well-being and personal growth. For Cancer on June 18, 2025, the cosmic energies are creating a fascinating blend of introspection and opportunity. With the Sun just days away from entering your sign, you're currently in what astrologers call the shadow period, that contemplative space before your personal new year begins. This position calls for gentler self-care and completion rather than bold new beginnings. The waning lunar phase in Pisces creates an emotionally fertile ground for you to process experiences from the past year. Pay attention to your dreams today. They may contain symbolic messages about unresolved matters that need addressing before your birthday season. With Mercury forming a trine to Neptune, your intuition is especially heightened, making this an excellent day for meditation, journaling, or any practice that helps you access your subconscious wisdom. Venus in Leo is activating your second house of resources and self-worth, suggesting that any feelings of vulnerability might actually be gateways to recognizing your true value. Don't be afraid to acknowledge what you genuinely need today. Emotional validation is not weakness, but wisdom. Jupiter's position in your career sector forms a supportive aspect to your ruling planet, the Moon, indicating that professional insights gained today could have long-term positive implications. However, with Saturn retrograde in your 8th house of shared resources, be cautious about financial commitments or emotional entanglements that feel rushed or pressured. Today calls for discernment between genuine intuition and fear-based reactions. Mars in Taurus is activating your 11th house of community and future visions, providing steady energy for collaborative projects, particularly those involving trusted friends or associates with similar values. This is an excellent day to reconnect with supportive networks, but be selective about where you direct your emotional energy. The Pluto retrograde in Aquarius continues to transform your intimate relationships and financial connections, so notice any power dynamics that emerge in your interactions today. Practice setting healthy boundaries while remaining receptive to meaningful exchanges. Uranus in Gemini is bringing unexpected communications that may initially seem disruptive, but actually contain valuable information about your path forward. Listen carefully to casual conversations. Synchronistic messages often arrive disguised as random remarks. Neptune's dreamy influence enhances your spiritual connections today, making it an ideal time to engage with practices that nurture your soul. Whether through music, art, water-based activities, or simply quiet contemplation near a body of water, allow yourself to flow rather than force outcomes. For your greatest success today, create a morning ritual that grounds you before engaging with others. Hydration is especially important as your water-ruled sign is particularly sensitive to fluid balance during this pre-birthday period. Wear blues or silvers to enhance your natural intuitive abilities, and carry a moonstone or clear quartz if you're facing important decisions. Nutritionally, focus on foods that support your emotional well-being, perhaps omega-rich fish, soothing herbal teas, and foods with high water content like cucumber or watermelon. Above all, trust the timing of your life today. What seems delayed is actually developing at precisely the right pace. Your natural tendency to nurture others remains one of your superpowers, but today's primary advice is to direct that nurturing energy inward, preparing your emotional and spiritual soil for the powerful new growth that your upcoming solar return will initiate. Cáncer Daily Horoscope for June 18, 2025. Welcome to your detailed astrology forecast, dear Cáncer. Today unfolds with a distinctive energy as the moon, your ruling celestial body, transitions through the intense waters of Scorpio, creating a powerful emotional undercurrent for you. This alignment activates your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression, bringing a surge of artistic inspiration and heart-centered connections. The cosmic landscape today features Mercury in Gemini forming a supportive trine to Saturn in Aquarius, providing a solid foundation for communication and intellectual pursuits. For you, Cáncer, this translates into an exceptional day for articulating your creative vision and receiving recognition for your ideas. Your words carry weight today, especially in professional settings or when sharing your artistic endeavors. Venus, currently dancing through your own sign, blesses you with enhanced charm and magnetic appeal,